EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They start the drive with Cook, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Cousins. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1. A lot more to go. Cousins on first down. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
From the red zone now, Cousins. This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson from 19 yards away. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. First and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets them set at their own 23. A first down throw here for Corral. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Corral, another throw on 2nd down. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. carry for the Canadian-born Chuba Hubbard. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
And some room to work. Touchdown, Vikings. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they're in an early hole. First drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Corral, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Corral to throw on 1st and 10. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, here's Corral. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up 3rd down. Corral looking for another pass here. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. Touchdown, Panthers. Terrace Marshall, 56 yards. And the Panthers have cut it back within a score. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness. And
I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And the Panthers are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this.
Touchdown! Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, Corral. Again, he finds more. And he's tackled at the 38, but they doubled their yardage. The play started at the 19, and they gained 19. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. First down, here's Corral with it. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
He's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Corral's throw here into the hands of Moore. Touchdown, Carolina! And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field, and they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start by handing it off to Dalvin Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run it again with Cook. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. On 3rd down, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the Corral is intercepted again. That's number 3. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. On second down, it's Cook again. Room here to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason. OTAs, mini camps, preseason, you name it, they did it. All that work in preparation, we're seeing them play really well right now. They're making it all pay off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that pick six, Charles, that moves it up now to a 3-touchdown advantage. A great individual defensive effort there to continue what has been a very lopsided first half.
And I better buckle in my seatbelt, right? Because you know, as a former DB, when I see a pick six, I'm up and jumping up and down watching it. Yeah, I'm supposed to be neutral, but those kind of plays, they excite me every time. They are in absolute control in this one. Nice play there.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Meanwhile, Corral's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Fakes a handoff. Now Corral to throw it. That's going to be caught. It's Shenault. Touchdown, Panthers. LaVisca Shenault. 51 yards. And the Panthers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Slide for the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Here's Corral on first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Marshall. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
On first down, it's Corral.
And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because that incompletion's on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Flush to his right.
This pass into the hands of Green going across the middle. He'll get it inside the 20.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play that time on a catch and run. 33 yards. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. T.J. Hockenson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Here's Corral on first down.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
To try again after the sack.
Corral. He gets this one to Hubbard, complete.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
A final shot before the half for Corral.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hubbard.
And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Corral with it, 1st down here. That pass complete to Moore. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Corral. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Corral takes a shotgun snap. Under pressure, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Able to complete this to Chenault. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 29-yard line. On the counter, this is Hubbard. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Corral with it on 1st down. They'll run the screen with Hubbard.
Touchdown!
Chuba Hubbard.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Working out of the gun, Cousins.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Vikings take a 3-touchdown lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency.
And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. On 2nd and goal, Cousins
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
touchdown Vikings. Dalvin Cook, he scored on the ground and through the air as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Corral.
And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Marshall. And he'll be out right at the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Corral to throw, 1st and 10.
He finds his man, complete. It's Hubbard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll make this a 19-point ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, you know, they'd get off the gas.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown. Adam Thielen. 75 yards. And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their fourth quarter lead. Now Blankenship on for the PAT. Oh, this is blocked. This is going the other way. And now off to the races down the right side. The 30, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and it's 2 points. Boy, I think I need an oxygen mask after those last 2 plays, CD. The long touchdown followed by the even longer return on the block PAT.
I wonder if after that long touchdown, if someone actually needed a play off and didn't take it, and maybe that was the breakdown in protection that led to the block.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Corral on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons. And now here is another interception. A.J. Bouye with a pick. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Levante David. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown. Well, part of this defense now with multiple interceptions in this game, but this time they say turnabout is fair play because, remember, they had a pick-6 on the other side, and now they get a pick-6 of their own.
Yeah, they actually added to some of their nice play throughout this ball game. A good effort by them to secure another interception on this one. A better effort to take it all the way back for 6. And how about an exceptional effort to match their opposition's pick-6 from earlier in this game.
Corral throwing for it. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
I I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Oh, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth-quarter lead. Back to it after the pick six. Cousin, going for Jefferson downfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again on second down. Corral. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Corral from the gun on 3rd down here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
4th down, here's Corral. And he hits on the slant route to Marshall. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. There he goes left side. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Now from 5 yards further back, this becomes a 37-yard extra point attempt. And this part of the game's been an adventure thus far, but this one is good. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things.
And, my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
On second down, Cousins again. And now here is another interception.
Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing.
He's got a man complete. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Panthers get a bit closer.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got it at the 2. And he is going to get in for the 2. Although there is a flag on the field, but it looked like a defender jumped. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll try and wind out some clock with Cook. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. On 2nd and 9, Cousins.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
On 3rd down, Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Following the interception, Cousins.
They're going for Jefferson downfield.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
Justin Jefferson
with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Vikings tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 23. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he slings one that's incomplete. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. First down throw here for Corral. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Corral. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Cousins here to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone.
And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. There goes a deep ball, end zone.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league, totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
On third down, here's Corral.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there.
And now here is another interception.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Second down, they go right back to Cook.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
57 yards.
and the Vikings have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the 4th. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, but he opted for the touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. And my goodness, another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick.
And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year